our Creekside game fees, they are dictated based upon our time limits. So our games that have no new inning after 2 hours will be at $60 this year, and our games with no new inning after an hour 45 minutes will be at $50. So I know we had a ton more 2-hour time limits last year. I'm sure that'll still be the case, but with having a more full spring, I'm sure we'll introduce some of the hour 45s that, we may not have had as many back in 2020.
Guys, Creekside was a pretty special place for me. Spent about 3 weeks out there with you guys and had a great time out there. I'm just looking forward to building on what we've done out there and continue to improve umpires. And clean up after yourself, and Josh talked about it. But in the tower, we use the tower down below for 5 and 6. When we leave there, all the trash needs to be gone. We need to pick up after ourselves. They allow us to use that facility there, and then we have the locker room as well. We don't expect somebody that they're paying to clean the grounds up to clean up after ourselves. That's something that we need to do. Once again, if we call you guys, it's extremely important that you respond immediately. I mean, if we're calling you, that means we have a problem, or we're letting you know what your game time is moved up to, or whatever that may be. So if we call you, we expect you to pick up. If you guys have a question or concern, once again, shoot me a text, shoot me a message. I'll respond with an answer. It just saves us a whole lot of time that way. Guys, there was a lot of great things that happened out in Kansas City, and it's really exciting to see you guys and see the development of how you guys have ability has come with some of the younger guys, and it's really nice to see the veterans out there, like everybody said, out there helping. I think we can do a lot better. I think it was great, being our first year, but something that I really wanted to touch on was, I had a conversation with John, and John told me, he's like, the culture that United has brought out there has changed umpiring in Kansas City. When he said that last week when I was talking to him, that really made me feel good about what we're doing. And, we want to make it better and keep growing that for everybody. Your first weekend is March the 27th. The spring weekends are starting to fill up. Looking on the schedule, and I know Rhett has done a great job of this, is they are trying to load this thing up and get us as much work as we can. I know a lot of you have, high school and college stuff going on, so when you guys are free to work, of course, we'd want you to come out there and work as much as you can around those schedules.
We came into the summer late May, early June, with expectations where we had no clue what was going to go on. A lot of positives happened, and we also saw some negatives that I think we can touch on and really build into 2021 and make things a lot better. And I'm going to start with the positives. I saw a lot of new faces. Some I've seen before, some I haven't. A lot of familiar, young, and by young, I mean umpire experience-wise and age, and then old. And not to take that away from you guys, like being on the older spectrum, but just veterans. We had a nice mixture, nice combination of everybody coming in. And everybody willing to teach and also take the feedback that they were giving and work on things. That really opened my eyes to what we have going on and the culture that we've kind of built in Kansas City. Not only in Kansas City, but also Indy and Atlanta. So thank you. I appreciate that. I know Rob, Alex, everybody else appreciates it as well. When they come in, and if, say, I have a weekend off and they come in to replace me, or they just come in and check it out and they see all that, I know it makes it a lot easier on them, and they don't have to worry about what's going on when they're not here. So, again, appreciate it. For the most part, everybody out there wants to get better or wants to help everybody get better. And little things like that really, really bring in some of the younger umpires, and they want to come in to work and learn. And we open up a broad spectrum and a bigger picture of everything, what umpiring can be. We've got a lot of groups in Kansas City where we brought some of the guys in. They wanted to get better and be at Creekside, and they had no clue what umpiring truly was. They were just out there getting paid, call the balls and strikes, run the bases, things like that. Well, when Alex got here to start the season and he really worked with some of the younger guys, it opened their eyes to see, hey, umpiring is actually cool, fun, but there's a lot more to umpiring than just calling balls, strikes, safes, and outs. Where to be, what to do in certain situations, where to be on a play at the plate, those things. So keep up the good work in that aspect that I saw just from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. A lot of you guys improved. A lot of the guys that wanted to improve, improved. So it's what you guys put into your seasons that you're really going to take out of it. The one word I hit on it, and I know John Brower is a big word or a big person on this word, culture. It's all about the culture. It's what we bring. Culture means a lot of things to a lot of different people, but to me, it's family. It's team. It's those little things. Do I want to work with you? Do other people want to work with you? Are the guys that we bring in, are we all going to want to get along with each other? And, I think that really showed to some of the younger guys that a lot of us veterans really brought to the table that, hey, everybody's on the same page, whether you're umpiring 10U or the 18U. We're all on the same page. We all want to get better. We all want to have fun, and we all just love the game of baseball. Another thing was everybody was willing to adjust on the fly. There was a lot of things going on. It was our first year out there, so everybody was adjusting. Field changes, schedule changes, things like that. And all you guys that are willing to do that is a great feeling on my side, on Rob's side, because we know we can trust you guys. We know that if we go to you and say, hey, can you work this game? Hey, can you work this game? No, but I can do this. We'll work with you as well. So we really appreciate everybody, being willing to just be flexible with us and also wanting to work with us. Throughout the year, I talked to a lot of the tournament staff, the guys that were keeping the scoreboards, the field managers, everybody running around, and they were actually very pleased with the umpiring that they saw. Minus a couple things here or there, everybody had a lot of great things to say, and they, had fun working with you guys. I know the guys that are bringing out the balls, doing the scoreboard, for the most part, they enjoyed working with you guys. So thank you. I mean, just go out there, have fun, work with them. They'll work with you. Everything will be great. That, for the most part, that's a lot of the positives I saw. Some of the negative things, though, and these are easy fixes. Being on time. I know summer ball is summer ball. That's one of those things that we need to get rid of and get out of the habit of saying. Like out here, this is unfortunately a business. So if we show up ready to work every day, on time every day, it's going to be so much easier on so many people. The little thing, like as most of you saw, a lot of the games had the ability to start up to 30 minutes before the scheduled game time. So we got a lot of the games started on time at the beginning of the day, but it was the middle of the day where we had some of the issues. The guys showing up, 40 minutes before the scheduled game time with only 10 minutes to get ready or get to a field or have me find you. So the one thing that I want to ask of you guys, just show up a little bit earlier or communicate with me or any of the tournament staff out there and say, hey, I'm on field 2 today at 3:30. Are we ahead of schedule. We ride on time, and we can communicate that with you. That way okay, well, I might want to show up a little bit earlier than I was supposed to. Or if you are going to be late, just let us know that as well. Communication with staff. That, for the most part, great. Some small situations where you guys leave, go across the street to the station, go somewhere else to get food, and don't let us know that you're leaving, that's where we need to cut that out and work on that. Just simple, whoever's out there working, hey, I'm going to run across the street to the station real quick. That way we know where you're at if we need you to get the games going, or if we need you for something else, we can get a hold of you. There's two more things. Trash left on the field, in the dugouts, on the brick wall. We need to work on cleaning that up a little bit after the games, during the games. Just as a whole, too many water bottles, too many Gatorade bottles being left out there, and it's a look on us that I don't think any of us want, as being dirty, just not taking care of our place that we work, our fields. Have the pride. Go out there, treat it like your own home. And then dirty, faded uniforms. For the most part, everybody was solid. We had, some people that came out with purple pants, but they adjusted. They got new pairs of pants, new uniforms. If we, pointed it out to them, just look the part. Look like you want to be there. The perception is reality. If you look like an umpire and act like an umpire, you more than likely know how to umpire. But that's not always the case with some of the fans. They don't really care. They don't really see that. So for me, those were the positives and negatives. Again, thank you for everything you did for me last year, everything you did for Rob and Alex for the first year of being out here. I think it was a success. And for the many more years to come, I think this is going to grow more and more and be very successful in Kansas City. This is something special, guys. So kind of to touch on what Rob was saying, locker room, the rain protocol or locker room stuff. Locker room, I made a couple of suggestions to Rhett and the PBR staff with the maintenance guys out there to kind of help improve our locker room. Some bigger benches, hooks, possible lockers out there, just to have hooks that we can hang our clothes on or put our bags under our benches. Just make it, a little bit more homey in there for us. Trash was one of the big issues last year. The maintenance crew didn't always come in. We had a lot of trash in the small trash cans in the bathrooms and the toilet. We had 2 big trash cans outside. One simple fix, guys, just take the bag out of the trash cans and put it in the big trash can. We shouldn't have to expect the maintenance people or the grounds crew to do that job for us. Are they there? Do they do that? Yes. Is that one thing that I want to see us do and kind of clean up after ourselves next year? Yes. Treat it as it's your home. I mean, if your home's that dirty, then, your home's that dirty. But also respect everybody else. Some of the rain protocol, if you guys live close enough and it's going to be at least a 2-hour delay and you know that and you want to go home, that's fine. Just let us know. That way we can get you back quickly and within enough time to get the games going and to get you there geared up. For the most part, I tried communicating with all you guys with the couple rain delays that we had late in the fall. Unfortunately, with off-site sites, it's tough because we don't know what's going on there. So thank you. Just be patient with us. We will try to do the best that we can with the information that we have. And then Rob touched on Tower 5 and 6. We don't always get down there. For the most part, you guys did a pretty good job cleaning up after yourselves, whoever was down there. If you guys need anything, when you are down there, you have my cell phone number. Feel free to text me. Feel free to call me. I will try to get you whatever you need and to help you guys feel comfortable down there, because I know it's a whole nother country on that side of the complex. So, again, thank you. Alex, it's all yours.
Thanks, Josh. Thanks, Rob. Guys, I know excuse me. There were some things there that Rob and Josh leaned on you a little bit about, just in terms of things we could do better. I just, again, I think there were a lot of positives. Just our mentality as United, and I hope most most umpires understand this and kind of take the same mentality is there's always things to improve. So we never want to rest on what we did in 2020. Want to try to, add a little bit of value in 2021 and 2022, and every year as we keep adding value, we help the program, we help ourselves, and we make it the best that we can be. I know that Josh and Rob touched on some things. I sometimes, because our staff is so great, get the opportunity to just walk around a little bit and at our different facilities and complexes and store some things in my brain that I think we can use on calls like this and use to get better. And I'll re-emphasize the cell phone thing as Josh brought it up. My preference is that you have a stopwatch to keep the time for the game and that you keep your cell phone in the locker room. Every once in a while, does the cell phone wind up in your pocket? Yeah, okay. But for the most part, we can do the timing with a stopwatch. And if we truly have an emergency that, our wife might be pregnant or, something going on with health at home, just touch base with Josh. Just say, hey, Josh, I'm bringing my phone out. I got this going on. Or, hey, Josh, I gave my wife your cell number just in case you need to get me if something bad happens and I got to take care of it. So just work through that. Again, it's just the idea of seeing somebody texting on the field, is a tough one for me to visualize as positive in any way, really. So that's my thoughts on that. And my second big thing is at all of our facilities, Creekside included, we're in a situation where we're really surrounded. I mean, from dugout to dugout, when you're up top, probably even further around than that, there's people all around us. So just be aware that anything you mutter, whisper, kind of think to yourself, but maybe it reads on your lips. There's people all around us. So just be, conscious of that. And, if you do have any issues with fans, with things like that, get someone from PBRT, get somebody from Creekside staff, and we'll work it out. We don't need to be talking to fans or anything like that. So, again, those are just some of my observations from the year, just walking around, and some of the things we can just clean up a little bit. It's not everyone. In fact, it's probably not most people, but just little nuggets, little tidbits that I think can help our product and our professionalism.